Hello, my name is Lizzie and this is Lizzie's Literary Life, and today we are going to be freehand crocheting a sweater vest. So this is not a reading vlog, but it is a crochet vlog and it is still going to be good, and maybe I'll give you some book reviews, probably not. But today, okay, backstory. In April, so you're hopefully seeing this before April. If you're not, then I failed. But in April, I have planned a trip where I'm going to go see one of my favorite indie artists, Orla Gartland, in concert. I'm going to go to 4 shows in 5 days because she's touring the East Coast during my spring break from work. So I'm going on a little road trip, which there will be a vlog of that experience probably. I'm going on a little road trip. I'm going to 4 shows in 5 days. It's going to be really, really, really fun. I'm going to Boston, New York, Philly, and DC. And I decided I wanted to crochet something for myself to wear. So I'm going to insert right here the tour poster, so you can see kind of like color scheme and like vibe we're going for. So it's like very retro, very like blues and reds. Yeah. And I decided I wanted to do a tapestry crochet sweater vest. Now, I was thinking about, like, I didn't want to do a full sweater because it's going to be April, it's going to be warm, and also like that takes a long time. So I'm going to do like a kind of a cropped sweater vest. And I wanted it to be tapestry, so like a design on the front. And I thought about doing the hero, because it's like the hero tour. I thought about doing that hero lettering from the tour poster, but I also wanted it to be re-wearable. So I am going a little more basic. Let me show you. So I have a vision. I have a very strong vision, and I am going to freehand it. I'm not gonna use a pattern. Well, I'll get to it. I'll explain. But I have a vision, and I want to try to bring my vision to life. So the inspiration for the pattern and the overall shape is this sheep sweater vest. I'll have the pattern for this sheep vest linked down below. So I want it to be a sweater vest like this. I want it to be a little more cropped and a little more fitted, but this kind of shape with the design on the front. And I did actually buy that sheep vest pattern just so I could see kind of how it's structured, but I'm not following any of the numbers, the stitch counts, or the row counts. I just wanted to kind of see how they did the shaping. And also, I'm using it as inspiration, so I might as well support the pattern designer. And then the tapestry grid that I'm using, I did design myself, and it's going to be this little retro flower situation. I'm really excited about it. I think it looks really funky and cool. And I got this yarn. These are my colors. It is Red Heart Super Saver, which is an acrylic yarn, which is like not ideal for wearables, but when I bought this yarn, I wasn't quite sure what I was making yet. And also, like, I just wanted to do it kind of cheaply. We're using Red Heart Super Saver. It's going to be probably like a little too warm for April. It's okay. It's okay. This is the yarn we're using. These are my colors. I also have a white for the center of the flower. And the idea is that we're going to do red for the ribbing around the bottom and the sleeves and the collar. And then the body of it is going to be this blue. And then the flower is red and white. So that's the plan. I have actually started. I will be updating you as it goes. I have started creating the ribbing. I'm doing just single crochet back loop only ribbing because that is the only ribbing that I can stand to do. Like, I hate slip stitch ribbing, and I hate yarn over slip stitch ribbing even more. Like, I do like the way it looks, but I just I can't do it. I can't do that many slip stitches. It just is not, I don't have it in me. So this is single crochet back loop only ribbing. And I'm going to do it in panels. I'm going to do actually the back panel first without the tapestry grid, because I want to work out all of the shaping around the like arms and shoulders on the back panel. And then my plan is to do the same shaping on the front panel and just add the tapestry into it. So we're starting with the ribbing. I'm going to make this ribbing long enough for the back panel. I want it to be like, I think 22, 23 inches. And I want it to be an odd number of rows, because my tapestry grid is an odd number of stitches wide. And if I want it to be like centered, I need it to have an odd number of rows in the whole thing. So that's what we're doing right now. And then we're going to switch to the blue, go across, and go like up in rows, single crochet rows. I think it's going to be pretty simple to make, but I also am really nervous because I've never like freehanded a garment before. So I will keep you posted on how it's going. Okay, hello. Update for Orla Gartland Sweater Vest vlog. I've done this much ribbing, which is 83 rows, according to my row counter poppet, which I love and highly recommend. And I was getting nervous about like gauge and like my numbers and like the freehanding. And so I did a gauge swatch. I like paused this because I know I want the like width of the vest when flat to be like 21 inches. Because I measured a sweater that I like the fit of, and that was the width of that. But I'm like worried about the ribbing and the stretch. Like, I don't know how much. I want the ribbing to like stretch a little so that like it's a little cinched at the bottom with the ribbing. So I was just nervous about like numbers. So I made a gauge swatch. And I actually did the whole square, which I never really do. I always just like do a few rows. Like I get the stitch count right, and then I do a few rows, and then I'm like, it's fine. But I have this little gauge swatch counter thingy, which I love. And this is, my gauge is 18 stitches by 20 rows in a 4x4 square, with single crochet, which is what I'm going to be using because I'm doing tapestry. And so with that math, I think I want to do, it would be 94 and a half stitches to be 21 inches exactly, but I want to go a little over for seam allowance, because I am going to seam the sides of the panels, obviously. So I think I'm going to do 96, maybe 98, or even 100 rows of this, and then stitches across. I think I'm going to do 98, because 4 stitches is like that much, like 4 extra, 3.5 extra is like that much. So I feel like that's a good seam allowance, and then it's not going to be too snug. That's my goal. And like I think I said this in the intro, I'm doing the back panel first, so I'm not worrying about any of the tapestry design. I'm just going to worry about the shaping, and then the front panel is, the shaping is going to be the same as the back panel. I'm just going to add the tapestry grid. So that's the goal. My next task is to finish this ribbing. I'm, like I said, at 83 rows, and I'm going to get to 98. And then I'm going to go across with the blue. I'm going to switch to the blue and go across. So like it's going to end up kind of looking like this, right? Because the ribbing, I don't know how stretched the ribbing's going to be, but I'm going to go across with the single crochets like that. And then I'm going to count my rows going up until I feel like it's a good time to start decreasing for like the armhole. And yeah, we're just going to go from there, but I will keep you posted. Okay, hello. It is later the same day, and I did all my ribbing, and then I went across with the blue for the first row of blue. I actually did 97 rows of ribbing, so 97 stitches across, because as I said already, I do need an odd number of stitches, and then I forgot, and so I said I was going to do 96, but I might do a little I don't know how I'm gonna show you, but I'm concerned it's gonna be big, but too big is better than too small, I think. Um, and I'm just gonna trust the process. I'm trusting the process. So here is the beginning of my back panel, and now I'm just gonna go up single crochet rows for like, I don't know, that far. We'll see. We'll vibe with it and see what happens. Yeah. Hello. I think I'm gonna start the armpit decreases now. Because if I start them now, it's gonna end up like this long. I don't know if I want it longer than this. Let me see. Armpit, yeah. I might do like another 3 rows just to go a little longer and then start the decreases. I also might put on like, because these leggings, let me see. Let me see what I can do. Because I just don't know. I want it to be cropped, but I don't know if I want it like too cropped, but like that's with a high-waisted legging. Does that feel right? I think that feels right. I'm just gonna start the decreases now, I think. And that's just gonna be the situation. So I'm gonna move you back over here and then I'll tell you what I'm doing for the decreases. Okay, so this is 34 rows of single crochet with the blue before starting the decreases. I'm saying that here and I'm also writing it down so I know that that's what I did, 34 rows. I am vaguely following the sheep vest pattern that I showed you at the beginning, though that like had a totally different number of stitches across and it's telling me to do like 50 rows, but I want it to be more cropped than that one, so I think we're good. Um, Basically what I'm going to do to start the armholes is I'm going to skip some stitches, like I'm going to fasten off, I'm going to skip some stitches and join like here and then go across so it's symmetrical like there. And then I'm going to do, and this is from the sheep vest pattern, I'm going to do 1 row of just single crochet and then 1 row with a decrease on the end, on each end, and then alternate that for a few rows to like get a little bit of some shaping, and then I'll be going just up with single crochet, and then we'll do the shoulders, and I will reevaluate and I will let you know. But for right now, a little bit of armhole shaping, decreases, and I'll keep you posted. So I must have miscounted like kind of a long time ago because I skipped 15 stitches and then I went until there were 15 stitches left on the end. And if I had had 97 across, like I said I did, I should have 67 in the middle. I have 68. And this is a problem because my grid for the tapestry part is 27 stitches wide. So it's an odd number. And in order to make that centered, I need an odd number of total stitches. But I don't have an odd number of total stitches. I have an even number. And I obviously am not going to frog all of this because like the mistake is like literally at the very bottom. So I'm trying to decide what to do. I could just make the pixel grid like 1 stitch off center and it's probably not noticeable, especially because the design itself is a little asymmetrical. Or I could make one armhole 1 stitch bigger than the other armhole, but I think I'm gonna do that first thing and just not deal with it on this panel. And then on the front, I'm gonna have to do the tapestry 1 stitch off center. And that's annoying, but it's probably not actually going to be noticeable. So I'm just telling myself it's fine. It's fine. Okay, I think I'm ready to do the shoulders. This is what our armhole is looking like. Let me see. I think it would be like here, which feels about right for shoulders, because the neckline ribbing is going to be another like inch or so. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still trusting the process. It's still, I don't know. I hope it's not too short. But we're trusting the process. So I'm gonna do first shoulder probably like 15 stitches maybe, and then decrease just a little, and then do the shoulder decrease. I'll decrease until until it feels right, and then we'll go up to that far. We'll see. I'm just doing what feels right. Okay, awkward angle from my bedroom, but the shoulders are done. I'm gonna also insert a flat, like a clip of showing this just flat, so you can see what the panel looks like. I'm nervous about it. I'm trusting the process, but I am nervous about the fit. I'm nervous about how it's gonna lay on my body. We shall see. So here's what we've got. And this is the back panel, but the front panel is going to be the same. I just don't know. I just don't know. But we're going to keep going. I'm going to start panel number front. And I'm going to first use some stitch markers and decide where the tapestry grid's going to go, and what row that needs to be on, and then we're going to start the front panel. But I'm nervous. Okay, so I marked out with the stitch markers where I would like my pixel grid to be on the back panel. Sorry, I sneezed. On the front panel, the pixel grid is going to be there. So I'm starting it on row 23, which means to start with, we're just doing the bottom ribbing. Oh, my socks say read with pride. We're doing the bottom ribbing in the red, which is right there, and then doing 23 rows of the blue single crochet. And then we start our pixel grid, and then I'm going to I'm going to need to be counting my rows with this thing so that I do the grid properly and then start my decreases at the right spot. And we're just hoping for the best, okay? Wish me luck. Hello, I've returned to my usual spot on the couch, but I did finish the ribbing for the front panel. Beautiful. Beauty guru. I did finish this. I did it all while I was in my D&D session today, which was very fun. So I'm now going to go across with the blue. Like I said, I think I have it written down, but I think it's 23 single crochet rows before I start the tapestry portion. And that'll probably take me a while. I made a lot of progress today because I feel like, I don't remember where I was at this morning, but I feel like I was like, I don't know if I had even started the armhole ribbon decreases this morning. I don't know. I worked on this a lot today, which is great. This coming week, today's Sunday, this coming week I'm filming my screen time reading vlog, which you should have already seen. Unless it goes horribly wrong and I scrap it, but you should hopefully have already seen it. So check that out there. But I don't know, like, I think I probably, whenever I'm listening to an audiobook that's not The Way of Kings, because that's another vlog with a different crochet project, spoilers, it's probably out, I don't know if it's out before or after this one. Anyway, lots of things in the works. But anytime I'm listening to an audiobook that's not The Way of Kings, I will be working on this, as well as like if I'm just like YouTube and crocheting. But I have a feeling that I'm gonna need some of those easy audiobooks this week to get the hours up, so progress should be made. Coming up very soon, and I will of course keep you posted. Okay, the lighting is not great at this spot at this time in the morning, but we're just gonna deal with it because I have started, and I'm just gonna pull this yarn out so it doesn't unravel. I have started the tapestry portion of the front panel of this sweater. Obviously, like, I'm 5 stitches in to this grid, but I just wanted to show you that I did get all of the blank blue rows done, and I have started the tapestry portion. I'm really excited to see the flower take shape. And yeah, I'm feeling confident. I'm going to do the pattern, like the decreases for the armhole and the shoulders, the same as I did on the back panel. We're just going to hope that it works out. So yeah, I am counting my rows using my lovely row counter Pop-It. Actually, I didn't pop the last row that I just did, so we'll pop it right now. I've done 25 rows on this front panel, so I will continue the tapestry grid until I think row 34. And then row 35, we will continue the tapestry grid, but also start the armhole decreases, same as I did on the back panel. So I will keep checking in, keep you posted, because it's really fun to see a tapestry project come together, and the picture starts to take shape. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'll keep you posted.
And you just really love that friend group, and you love the like conversations and the banter they have and everything. But this one, I feel like...
Okay, so I've been working on this a little bit. I'm only 3 rows in to the tapestry grid. But I was like getting confused about like directionality, because when you do a tapestry grid, you go like one way and then back the other way, and then one way and then back the other way. And I was just getting confused as to like which way I was going reading the grid. So I made this, which on Canva, which is just the grid that I had, and I put the numbers of the rows so that like when I'm counting with this, I know what row I'm doing on the grid corresponding to what row on here, and also the direction that I need to read it for each line. And I realized that I think I did these ones, the ones I did already. Well, I know I did these ones I did already, like 1 stitch off, because I was going the wrong direction. So I'm going to undo, and I'm glad I realized after only 3 rows instead of after like 10. So I'm going to frog what I did so far, just those last 3 rows of the tapestry grid, and then I'm going to use what I just made on Canva to start again. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. It's only 3 rows. It's okay. Okay, I have finished the front panel. It is done. None of the ends are woven in, obviously. This is what the back ends look like. I just tied them. But front panel is done. Back panel is done. It is time to seam them together. I'm going to do a slip stitch seam. So I'm going to turn them right sides in and just seam up the sides and across the shoulders with some slip stitches. And then we're gonna try it on. Yikes. Actually, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna seam the shoulders first and try it on like that, and then do the sides, just in case something goes horribly wrong. So I'll keep you posted. Okay, I've seamed the shoulders. We're gonna try it on. I'm just gonna like, it's like, it looks like this right now. We're gonna, oh. Okay, I feel like I judged the shoulder length Okay. Did I judge the shoulder length properly? Maybe. I don't know if I'm going to be able to tell. Okay, this is where we're at. I'm going to seam up the rest of it. I'm still nervous. I'm still nervous. I'm still trusting the process. It's going to be okay. Whatever happens. I'm nervous. We're back. I didn't seam all the way down to the ribbing because I want to seam that in red just in case it shows through a little bit. I also don't love the slip stitch seam, but I'm going to see how it feels when it's on. Because, you know, who knows, maybe I'll have to puff frog the whole thing anyway. Okay, but this is promising. Okay, 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 okay. It fits. It fits. Oh my gosh, it fits. Okay, okay, okay. So I'm gonna do, oh my gosh. Okay, actually, this is perfect. I think this is perfect. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Oh my gosh. I really was like so nervous it was gonna be too small. It's like, honestly, it's a little, I think it's perfect actually. I'm gonna do ribbing around here, red ribbing around here, red ribbing around the arms, weave all the ends in, or you know, tie them in a knot and cut them off because there's no shame in that. I'm gonna seam the ribbing, and I'm kind of obsessed. I'm kind of obsessed. I'm gonna finish this. Actually, I don't know how long the collar and armhole ribbing is gonna take, but I feel like it doesn't look like much at this point because like there's ends hanging out and like the ribbing's not done, but I I feel very confident now that this is gonna end up looking really good. So I'm excited. I'm excited. Here it is after weaving in the ends and attaching the ribbing at the bottom. I'm like kind of obsessed. Um, the only thing, like, I don't love the way this sits. Like, it maybe could have been a little tighter just around here, but I think that the ribbing around the collar and the armholes is going to add the last touch that it needs to be perfect. I'm really happy with the way it fits. Yay.
I just don't really like giving up.
Okay, I'm doing this ribbing and I'm watching Love is Blind and I'm drinking wine and I'm like just reminded how much I hate doing ribbing at the end of a project. Like, I just don't. Back loop only stitches are kind of annoying to do in the best of times, and I refuse to do slip stitch back loop only, or like worse still, yarn over slip stitch back loop only. I only will do single crochet back loop only because I just can't do it. But and I think single crochet back loop only looks fine, right? Like it looks good enough. I know slip stitch and yarn over slip stitch look better, but like if I wanted perfect ribbing, I would learn how to knit, you know? That's my take. But at the end of a project, it's like this is just dragging it on. That's what I'm here to say is that like doing a row of ribbing at the very beginning of the project is fine because you're like getting into it and you're excited, but at the end of a project when you're like working into the existing thing that's so bulky and annoying, it's just annoying and I don't like it. So, I think I might try to, I don't know what I'm going to do tonight, but I'm not finishing this tonight. I mean, there's like quite a ways to go. Ribbing also always takes way longer than I expected to. So there's that, but that's where I'm at. Anyway, Love is Blind this season, I'm enjoying. The collar ribbing is done, and I am obsessed with it. I just have to do the armhole ribbing, and I will be done. Okay, one armhole is done, and I want to try it on again just because I'm obsessed with it, so let's go. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me just see how, oh, there, I haven't woven the ends in yet. Let me just tuck that in. Okay, I love it. I love it. Just look at this side, because I haven't done this side yet. I'm obsessed. Okay, actually, I really like how it looks from the front. But then, like, I feel like there's, like, it's too much on the side there. I'm wondering, do I do, like, some decreases in the ribbing around here just to make it lie a little flatter? Like, I don't want to undo this ribbing and do it again, but maybe when I do the other side, I'll do that and see how I like it, because even though I know I just said in the last clip, like, I'm obsessed, I am obsessed, but I'm kind of feeling like this is not cute right here. This little gapping here. I want it to be a little more like something like that. Okay, so I did the other armhole, but I did it tighter. You can, like, it's clear to see, like, this versus this, like, it's way looser. So I'm gonna try it on and see which armhole I like better. I think this is gonna be good for me, but we'll see. And then if this is good, then I have to frog this side and redo it. But we're gonna try it on together. That means I have to strip. Yeah, I think this is gonna be good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so I just need to do this one, because see, like I was showing you yesterday, this gapping I just don't like. Whereas this side, I haven't woven the end in, but it's like perfectly snug. Oh, I love it. And I think, yeah, no, I'm obsessed. Okay, last little bit, frog this, redo it. Shouldn't take that long. This side was faster than this side because it's like fewer rows because it's tighter. So shouldn't take too long, and then I'll be done. Hello, are we ready for a grand reveal? This is my, you can't see it until I drop it, grand reveal blanket, aka my 2023 genre book blanket. I am obsessed with it. I love it. I'm so excited. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Sorry, I think I just shook the camera, but I am absolutely obsessed with it. I love the way the armholes fit. I think like redoing the ribbing was 100% a good idea. Here's it from the back, side, front, side. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I'm really excited. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm so happy with it. I'm gonna sit down and tell you some reflections about the process and just like generally wrap this up. Okay, so like I said, I'm obsessed. I love honestly everything about it. 10 out of 10, no notes. Though, okay, if I was to say, like if I were to do it again, I maybe would use different yarn. In terms of like, this is Red Heart Super Saver, which is a great budget, cheap yarn, cheap acrylic yarn, valuable for a lot of things. It's not the like softest or most flexible. But I think that's fine for this kind of garment. It's okay that it's a little bit like structured and stiff. And I also think that will maybe change if I wash it, but I'm also a little scared to wash it. Not because I think anything would happen to it, just because I'm very precious about it right now. This is also the first garment that I have freehanded. And honestly, I wouldn't change a thing about like the pattern. I think I said this in the beginning of the video, I did partially reference this sheep vest pattern, which is linked down below, but I didn't do any of the same numbers. I just kind of like
follow the structure of it in terms of like how the panels are laid out. But I feel like that's really standard. Like, yeah. I mostly just used that pattern to like kind of sanity check myself of like, is this actually a thing that's gonna be close to working? And I did have to frog a couple times, but that's okay. I'm really happy with how it turned out, obviously. And yeah, if you want to see me wear this, my plan for wearing this is the Orla Gartland Hero Tour concerts that I'm going to in April. I'm doing a road trip where I see her in 4 shows in 5 days in 4 cities. So I'm going to Boston, New York, Philly, and DC on a little road trip. It's going to be super fun, and I'm planning on vlogging the whole trip because I'm going solo. So if you want to see my shenanigans, what I get up to on my trip, and also see me wearing this in real life, that will be up probably early May, so look out for that. Comment down below if you could design like a clothing item, what would you design, and do you think you have the capability to make it? And if not, would you like to learn? That's what I would like to hear from you in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to my channel for more crochet and also bookish, usually bookish content. And I will see you in the next one coming very soon. Bye.